They cheated, and you found out. And now your mind has become a prison that you just cannot escape. Replaying the betrayal on a loop, you cannot switch off. But here is what nobody is telling you. The exhaustion that you feel right now is not weakness. The fact that you cannot sleep, you cannot eat, you cannot concentrate on a single thing for more than 30 seconds, that is not you falling apart. That is your brain and your body responding to one of the most traumatic experiences a human being can go through. Cheating and betrayal do not just break you. They physically rewire your brain. They attack your immune system, they hijack your nervous system, and they leave marks on your body that are just as real as any physical injury could be. Except nobody can see them. And nobody gives you time off to recover from it. Today we're going to talk about exactly what betrayal is doing to you right now, from the inside out. Because understanding it is the first step to surviving it. So the moment you found out, the exact moment, your brain registered the betrayal as a threat. Not a metamorphical threat, a real physical, biological threat. Your brain does not distinguish between being attacked physically and being betrayed emotionally. To your nervous system, both feel the same. Both trigger the same emergency response. Both flood your body with the same stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, that are designed to help you survive a life-threatening situation. This is why your heart was racing. This is why your hands were shaking. And that is why you felt physically sick in that moment. Your body genuinely believed it was under attack. Because as far as your brain was concerned, it was. And here is where it gets even harder. That emergency response does not switch off when the immediate shock is over. Because the threat, the betrayal, is not gone. It is still there, still real, still unresolved. So your brain keeps the emergency system running day after day, night after night. And that is why you're so exhausted all the time. You've been running on emergency power for weeks. Your brain has been in crisis mode every single waking hour and most of your sleeping ones too. You're not weak. You're not depleted. There's a difference between the two, and we need to understand that. Let's take it step by step. Let's talk about sleep, or more accurately, the complete absence of it. You lie down, you're exhausted, your body is screaming for rest, and the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain fires back to life, replaying the betrayal, that exact moment, that exact message that you might have read, asking questions that have no answers, imagining scenarios you wish you could unsee. That is not insomnia in the traditional sense. This is your brain doing something very specific. When you're awake, your mind is occupied with conversations, distractions, the basic mechanics of getting through the day. But the moment you lie down and everything goes quiet, your brain finally has the space to process what happened. And it has a lot to process. Every lie that it believed, every moment it missed, every red flag it explained away. Your brain is working overtime in the dark, trying to make sense of something that makes no sense at all. And it will not rest until it does. And that's the tough part, that the less you sleep, the more sensitized your nervous system becomes. The more your nervous system gets used to this feeling, the more intensely you feel every emotion. And the more intensely you feel every emotion, the harder it becomes to sleep. You're caught in this cycle that your body did not choose and cannot easily escape, and it's not your fault. And then there is everything else your body is doing that nobody warned you about. The chest tightening that shows up without warning, the panic attacks, the kind that makes you wonder for a moment if something is genuinely wrong with your heart or you're having a heart attack. Something is wrong, yes, just not with your heart, but in the way you think. And that tightness is physical anxiety, your body bracing itself, waiting for the next wave of pain. The loss of appetite, food that used to comfort you now has no taste. Your body is so consumed with processing emotional pain that it has temporarily redirected its resources away from things like hunger and digestion. And this is physiological. This is documented. It is real. And if people around you are unable to understand this, I'm going to tell you, what you're feeling is real. The inability to concentrate, you sit down to do something, anything, and 30 seconds later, you have no idea what you're doing. Your brain has a limited amount of processing capacity, and right now, almost all of it is being consumed by the betrayal. There is simply not enough left over for anything else. The physical aching, the heaviness in your limbs, the feeling that even getting out of bed requires more energy than you have. This is what chronic stress does to a human body. It is not laziness, it is not self-pity, it's not something that you can just snap out of. It is your nervous system running on empty. Your body is not betraying you. It is carrying something enormous, and it is doing the best it can. So keep telling yourself, you're doing the best you can. Another thing also that no one talks about. The world around you expects you to be fine, or at the very least to be fine soon. Just get over it. You'll often hear people say, it's fine, get over it. They didn't deserve you. People around you, even the ones who love you, have a timeline for your recovery that has nothing to do with the reality of what you're going through. They think that because that relationship is over and because you have cried, because some time has passed, you should be moving on by now. But grief does not work on a schedule. And betrayal grief is unlike any other kind of grief. Because you're not just grieving a person, you're grieving the version of reality you lived in. You're grieving every future you planned together that no longer exists. You're grieving the version of yourself that existed before you even knew. The version of you that trusted completely, that believed what you were told. That version of you is gone. And nobody gives you permission to mourn that loss. Nobody brings flowers for that kind of grief. Nobody checks on you for that specific kind of pain. So you carry it all alone, quietly, while pretending to be fine, while showing up, while functioning, while slowly running out of the energy it takes to do all of that simultaneously. And then you wonder why you're so tired. You're tired because you're doing something extraordinarily hard. You are rebuilding your entire sense of reality while still showing up for your life, while still functioning, while still breathing through pain that nobody around you can see fully or understand. And that is not weakness. That is one of the most quietly extraordinary things a human being can do. I want to tell you that you are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive or too emotional or taking too long. You are a human being whose brain and body are responding exactly the way they were designed to respond to, a profound violation of trust. Every symptom that you're experiencing has a name. Every physical sensation has an explanation. Every sleepless night has a reason. And here is what science also tells us. The brain that was rewired by betrayal can be rewired again. The nervous system that was dysregulated by cheating can be regulated again. The body that has been carrying this weight will eventually be able to put it all down. Not today, maybe not this week, maybe not this month, but it will happen. Because the human brain is not just capable of being broken by betrayal, it is capable of healing from it completely. If you've been with me throughout, drop a word in the comments right now that describes what your body has been feeling since the betrayal. Just a word, because naming it out loud, even in the comment, takes away some of its power over you. This is the shift. And I will see you in part 3.